going on, Dolphins? It's your boy Dillon, and I got just a little bit here for you. I got Adam Gase's press conference from today as well, so you'll have that. But as far as my end goes, all I really got for you is just a little bit of, injury news. And so all that really amounts to, for the most part, it seems like everybody's pretty healthy, pretty ready to go for this upcoming game, which is good. TJ McDonald was listed on the injury report with, I believe, a knee or an ankle, something, I can't remember, one of those two. Anyway, but he was listed as questionable, but he should be good to go. Not worried about that. The only thing, of course, is Xavier Howard, who he was out there, working with trainers and stuff. He wasn't practicing, but he was working on like his lateral movement and stuff like that. He looks like he's moving around well and all that good stuff, but he's been listed as doubtful for this game on Sunday. Now, in most cases, doubtful is pretty much a guarantee that the player won't play. But in this case, it is not necessarily a guarantee. I think it does lean more towards him not playing. But Gase said that he's gonna, basically leave it up to X on how he feels and stuff like that. And whether or not he's able to, perform the types of like lateral movements and stuff that he needs to. So real quick, just to remind you guys, it was a meniscus thing. Like, it wasn't an ACL, it wasn't an MCL, it wasn't anything serious. It was just a meniscus, minor meniscus injury. And so they had arthroscopic knee surgery to just kind of clean it up. And so he's basically just having to heal from the surgery, which probably will be in total a couple weeks of healing time. So it's probably pretty likely that he misses this game, but I find it highly unlikely that he misses anything past this game. So we may have to play against the Vikings without him, but we should get him back after that for sure, I would think. So that is good, but hopefully he is ready. I do expect that he is, or that he was going out with the team today, so he should be flying. He should have flown to Minnesota with the team, so he will be there, and if he's able to, then he will go. So hopefully he is. But, prepare yourselves for the fact that he may be out. But, we beat an even better Patriots team without him last week. We managed it. And, throughout the entire game, we kept up with them. The offense was performing well. Obviously, I think that, if the defense had Xavier Howard, that, pass to Cordarrelle Patterson probably wouldn't, the touchdown to Cordarrelle Patterson probably wouldn't have happened. Also, one thing to look at for this game, it was really uncharacteristic of the special teams to have 2 blocked punts last week. So I don't think we'll have to worry about anything like that. The special teams should get back into it. It's definitely a very winnable game. Would be more winnable with, X in there, but we can do it regardless. I think that will be all right. But let's just hope he does get back. Anyway, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and send you off to this press conference. I hope you enjoyed my show. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want the alerts. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section. Hit me up there. Ask me questions. I'll answer them in my videos. If you just want to chop it up, talk to me about you as a Dolphins fan. If you want to talk to me about games, about the Miami Miracle, anything you want to talk to me about, definitely get up in there. Let's chop it up. Also, too, follow me at Twitter at Dillon Tartaro, and you can hit me up there. You can ask me your questions there. You can, check out all the things I tweet out, retweet. I post my videos up there as well, too. So, with that, guys, I'm out. I will see y'all soon, and Phins up.
Testing out the knee. What is the prognosis or status for Sunday?
It'll be doubtful. we'll just leave a little wiggle room just in case. So it's really going to be, just it's like I said to him, it's all going to be about how do you feel tomorrow, and then kind of progress from there.
So you feel comfortable with him playing despite not practicing the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I mean, it's all about how he feels athletically. Can he move the way he needs to move?
How would you assess Torrey McTire's performance?
I think he's getting better. I think he's not the biggest guy, but he's not afraid to stick his face in the mix. He tries to get hands on guys. He can run, and he can stay with guys. It's just that repetition of getting your head around, get your hands on the ball, finish the play. He does it a lot of the times. It's just we got to eliminate some of those plays that he's getting, completions happen on him.
Did Howard say if he was, feeling good, or was there any pain or anything?
Well, I mean, it's kind of the process of what that is. I mean, he's always going to kind of feel a little bit of something early. So we'll keep working through everything and kind of see where it takes us.
How much do you trust a guy when they tell you, when it's a medical situation and guys being honest with you about it?
I think the majority of times that we've had any kind of, like, when we had to make a decision like that and we were talking to a guy, I haven't found any times where we've been like, there's no way that they can go and they think they can go kind of situation. I mean, guys have been shot as straight. I don't remember when somebody hasn't, I guess is the best way to put it.
Adam, has there been anything that Ryan has done especially well since his return, whether it's decision-making or pocket presence or anything along those lines?
I think off of some of the play-action stuff, he's done a good job of kind of moving and finding the, window he needs to find. And, there's, the one throw he had to Kenny last game down the field, that was pretty impressive. I mean, that was an adjustment, and those guys, for whatever reason, I don't know how that's possible at 40 yards down the field, but they make eye contact and, they were on the same page. And, I mean, he was in great position to throw it as far as his balance, and he threw that thing pretty far.
So Matt said yesterday that Minka came in Monday morning to watch film, and you gave the players the day off. How unusual is that for a rookie to do something like that?
I think there's certain guys that that's the way they are. I think there was a lot of guys that showed up and did something, and, a lot of guys that have been around long enough, they know you come in Monday, you can get a lot of the soreness out of your body, and, some guys want to stick to their routine of that Monday, Tuesday off. And some guys that are really young, their bodies don't feel the same as some of the older guys. So they take advantage of having a couple of days off. So they're sore on Wednesday, though.
Well, I want to ask you about Kenny Stills, and is it easy to move him around? Is it easy to move a player around, or does it complicate things? I know he's more advanced than most guys, but does it complicate things for the other players?
It's easy when that's the plan. It's harder when, like the Indy game, we lose Danny, and now we got to move him inside, and now we're going, okay, all the stuff we worked on during the week, we got to kind of figure out how we're going to do that, and who can we, if we had something for him outside that was special for him, who do we slide inside to make sure, that if that's the second option for the quarterback, that's where it gets difficult. If we go into the game and we have it kind of planned out and the plays kind of are accordingly work out that way, then it's easier. If it's an in-game adjustment, that's when it gets tough.
I also want to ask you about Minka. What can he learn from that Patriots game?
I mean, every game that he plays, especially at corner, I think it's like he's learning so much so fast, because it's like, especially when X is out there, they're all going, they're going to go opposite for the majority of the time. I mean, if they'll text X a couple times, and then you see what happens. He gets a couple picks. So Minka's getting the full gamut of routes, and he just needs to keep progressing, which I think he's doing. I think he's been going against some really tough receivers, and it's going to be those little details. He's understanding the rules in the NFL about sometimes you're going to get called for the slightest thing where, you might have got away with it in college.
Obviously, you you guys drafted him because you thought he was versatile. Have you been surprised at how well he can hang at outside corner?
I don't know if it's surprised. I think I'm surprised that he's had to move as much as we've had him move. And it hasn't been by design. It's been by, well, yeah, we don't have another choice. So, and I think he's handled it. I mean, it's been unbelievable how he's handled it. He just goes to work and figures it out.
I've always been taught, the rule of thought is if a guy has the hips and the feet to play and the speed to play cornerback, they're a cornerback. And if they don't, they get moved to safety. If he's already proven that he can play cornerback, is that more of a natural position for him?
Well, he does such a good job, and one, as a safety, his communication skills are really good. He's smart. He helps a lot. He makes other guys better when he's playing safety, which can let some of our other guys just roll. And when he's out at corner, it's probably him and another guy that would have to communicate. He does give us a lot of range back there too to give us a chance for turnovers. I mean, TJ and Rashad are so close to. I mean, their skill sets are similar. Those two guys, they want to get in the action. They want to be down in the box. And they're both good at what they do. It's just there's two of them, so we're trying to rotate who's down, who's back, and all those things. And then Minka's athletic ability, especially when we slid him inside, caused problems for some of these smaller slots because he's so big. He can move with those guys, get his hands on them. They can't go anywhere. So I mean, that's where the versatility is great to have. I think corner is just so tough, and it's like he might not get a ball thrown his way. Where at safety, he's involved in so much, and that's the value of that.
And when you're trying to get sacks from your edge rushers, how much can you scheme something, or is it pretty much you've just got to beat the man in front of you?
No, there's some things that defensive line coaches do that can free some guys up to where you get a tackle running up the field, he picks the offensive tackle, and then you duck underneath, and they kind of got a whole gamut of things they can do off of that, where it just confuses the guard and the tackle and makes it tough on those guys. So I mean, there's a ton of stuff these guys do, especially now. It just keeps getting more and more to where they find ways to free up some of these ends.
The edge sacks, are they mostly beating a man? Like I would think, like
if it comes straight off the edge, yeah. It's just one-on-one, and on that play, the best guy wins.
Seems like now you have like 4 guys that can give you some juice or something different in the run game. When you decide is there plays for certain guys, or how do you kind of determine when this is a Bolden situation, this is a Balad situation? Particularly for those guys, because Kenyon and Frank have a bigger workload.
I think the outside of the speed sweep stuff, I mean, all those guys can do it. Frank, that's not something we'd really want to do with Frank. But really, all those guys are able. Like I don't have to worry. Like if one guy went in and I can just call it, I don't have to worry about who's in, because they all can do everything else in the run game. But we tried to put certain packages in for, all right, hey, Brandon and Drake, or Balaj and Frank, whatever we got, that we just keep trying to mix those guys in. I mean, those guys are all good players. They should play. It's just trying to figure out, all right, who comes out, who goes in, the receivers, the tight ends. So I mean, you just keep trying to mix it. It makes it tough on the defense. You got to start paying attention to who's going in the game.
It looked like, I guess, on Brandon's big touchdown, you had both of those guys in the backfield. Like, what do you like about that, the two back?
I think it's a lot of speed. It's a lot of speed. It's, Brandon's a tough runner, man. That's a big dude coming downhill real fast. So, and he was a good running back. When he came out of college, he was a good running back. And he played a lot for him early, and he became such a good special teams player. And then they got deep at running back.
Alright guys, you've reached the end of my video. This is the end of the interviews. I hope you enjoyed those. I hope you enjoyed my show. Also, as a whole, if you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Make sure you hit the like button. And please share your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. I love interacting with you guys. It's for you. This is for you. And also follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. It's on the end screen. My Twitter handle is on the end screen if you need to know it. And with that, guys, I'm out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.